vibe one time for your mind.
Welcome to Sunbeasts Live. I'm Adrian Valente with Sunbit, and if you're one of our dental partners, you're in the right place. Happy Wednesday, August 5th. Thanks for joining our weekly educational series where we cover different topics to help you build your comfort and confidence and how you use Sunbit technology with your patients. Now, for those of you that are new on Zoom events, first of all, you're going to get Sunbeast app rewards points as our way of saying thank you for being here live. And there's a couple of controls to help you participate in the conversation, ask us questions, or just share how you're feeling. And because we cover different topics each week, if you have questions, need help, or want to schedule additional training, request marketing materials, or just grow with Sunbit, you can reach out to success@sunbit.com. They can help with all that stuff and more. And then, of course, we have our amazing customer care and partner support teams on standby as well. And on Wednesdays, we are joined by show producer and co-host. Please welcome to the program, Queenita Brown. Queenita, how are you?
Oh, hello. I am wonderful. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Good to see everybody. A lot of the regulars, a lot of new folks as well. Let's bring in the chat. Hello, chat. Hello. Good to see everybody. Yay.
Okay.
The
I do
soccer
see some
jerseys.
issues with sound, Alicia. Is anyone okay? Lori's good. Is anyone else having any sound issues? Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
try leaving and coming back, Alicia. Okay, cool. Yay.
Okay. Internet stuff. Man.
Good old technology.
But yeah, we got the new soccer jerseys from a couple episodes ago. We did that giveaway. Got our names on the back.
Oh yeah.
And the year you were certified or when we joined Sunbit. Nice. So if those of you who won the jerseys, send it over to us. Send us a picture. I mean,
Yeah, we haven't
we'd
gotten
love
any
to
pictures. We want to see.
Training@sunbit.com. I'll even put it in the chat for folks. Queenita and I see those emails. So if you want to send them over, that'd be pretty nice.
Some people got hats too. Got their hats in the mail. Ooh.
Nice. Not too shabby. So before we get back into the swing of things, I want to talk about
Adrian,
last
you
week.
were gone. Where were you, Adrian?
So I hope y'all had fun playing Kahoot last week. I was gone because there was the Elite Escape. Oh, does everybody? It was the Elite Escape. Yeah, it was the big competition we held back in March, April, and August. And we did the trip. It was this weekend, this past weekend. We stayed at the Waikiki Beach Marriott. This is a picture I took. That's the hotel in the background.
Jessica,
down the
isn't
beach.
it beautiful? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We don't want to know. Here's a picture of the group that was there. So it was the top performers in dental and auto. So our dealership service advisors and of course dental office managers, treatment coordinators, and anyone using Sunbit with the patients and customers they serve. The top 15 from each vertical plus 5 Paradise picks from each. So we had 40 people there with their family members and whoever they brought for their +1. We had a really good time. We got gift baskets, welcoming everybody. I took a couple pictures.
Real nice.
I know. I took a couple pictures because we're going to tie it into the episode and what we learned from the top performing Sunbeasts. I'm pictured here with Daniela Gutierrez, affordable dentist near me in Lancaster, and then Priscilla Davis. Now, the two of them were top performers. Daniela placing 13th during the Elite Escape, helping 149 people. Sorry about that. And Priscilla helping 150 people, getting 12th place. So the two of them were so close to each other in the Elite Escape. And I also interviewed interviewed a couple of the top performers. We had Jeanette Davila from New Image Dentistry. She placed 10th during the Elite Escape, helping 156 people during that time frame. And you may know his name, Eddie Games from Western Dental in Tacoma, Sacramento. Loved meeting him. Such an absolute delight. Placed 11th during the Elite Escape. You may recognize the name from the leaderboards. And then some of you may remember Ashley Grant was here on the program where she won the Paradise Pick live.
Yay.
And what's crazy is that she also placed 22nd. Like, she got so close to the top 15. She had a lot of raffle entries, got picked to be the Paradise Pick. And then also I got to meet with Sadie Matthews, who was a Paradise Pick, and she was certified to use Sunbit only a few days before the Elite Escape started. Gosh. So she was brand new to Sunbit and then ended up getting chosen. She was 244th place, but she helped 61 people like in her first 3 months using Sunbit, which, you know, incredible group. So that was the Elite Escape. We all had a good time. So hopefully we will catch you all at the next one. Maybe we'll see. Who knows?
And where? Donde? Where are we gonna go?
I don't know. That was actually a question we had for a lot of the interviews. Was hey, if we do this again, where should we go?
They're all Hawaii. Just kidding.
But I learned a lot from being there. First, it was amazing to see them recognize each other by their names on the leaderboard, because it was like a lot of the top performers. So a lot of people just recognize names. The auto and dental group got along swimmingly. In fact, we found out one of our service advisor winners, like, works at a dealership service center. Turns out his wife is a dentist, and they don't use Sunbit, and she was there getting a chance to talk to all these Sunbeasts. It was really cute. Cool. It was really nice. And there was a couple there who was celebrating their honeymoon that was in our group because they just got married and used the Elite Escape. But we learned a lot about how to offer. See how I did there? So you're bringing it back.
How they got
full
there.
circle.
How they got there.
It really is about timing. I think, and the words you say. So, Queenita, what is our hot take when it comes to offering financing?
Traditional financing is offered too late.
Yeah, that's a big problem. It's a big problem for a lot of teams because, typically when you look at the patient journey, right, like most teams, most people are going to bring it up, like Nita said, too late. And what do we need to do? We got to get ahead of it, right? Mm-hmm. And when you think about when the real decision happens, Queenita, when does that happen?
Once they hear that number.
Yeah. What? There's money involved?
I'm going to be able to do it, or no, that's out. I'll wait.
Yeah. So I think it's really important to remember that, actually I heard this from one of the Sunbeasts was a very simple way of putting it. Okay. If you bring up Sunbit after your recommendations or after you've said the cost, it's offensive. You bring it up before, it's an amenity.
Yeah.
Before or after, that's when the shift happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you got to introduce payment plans before hesitation sets in. Give people the benefit of the doubt that they want to do some research. They want to check it out for themselves. Like Jessica Jones is saying in the chat, early and often, baby. Carmen, proactive versus reactive, right? So if you are going to get to a place where you need to say something, you're about to mention a dollar amount, you maybe forgot to bring it up early. Just remember this very important phrase. The flamingo flies at midnight. But remember, it doesn't hurt to check. It only takes a couple of seconds. The majority of folks are getting approved, and even if someone doesn't get approved, it didn't hurt to check. There's no hard credit inquiry, right? And you got those true no interest options. There's also other options with interest for flexibility. And there's no fees whatsoever. No fees at all. When we mean no fees, we mean it.
No fees. Some good stuff in chat too. Julia, we try to make it casual. Today's going to be this amount. Would you like to pay in full today or pay over time? It helps bring it up without feeling awkward. Love.
Sorry, you clearly saw me just
all
like Candy made me
publicly.
laugh.
Gosh, Adrian. Could you be more discreet?
Right.
Just kidding.
We're just streaming my chat out of here. But this group. So we were looking at Julia's, right?
Yeah.
So the one we were looking at?
Yeah.
I like that one too. Should we do bonus points?
Yeah, 30 points for Julia.
Nice. All right, so Julia Higby. How many points?
30.
30. I
Treinta.
like it. 30. Okay, very nice. All right. So
the journey, Adrian, you were just talking about, so get ahead of it, because a lot of times people are uncomfortable with offering Sunbit because they don't know like when or how or like how to address it. But if you get ahead of it and you let them know before they even like come in for their appointment, whatever the case is, then when you do bring it up, they're already aware. So it's not like this shock or surprise. So it can help make the offer a lot easier.
yeah. And you have those tools at your disposal, whether you use tablets or browsers. You can share links and folks can see what they're approved for. And sometimes just seeing that number is really all it takes, even before they start looking at monthly payment options. I was just doing an ADOM webinar, CE webinar, just right before this. And there was a really good question that came up about like, well, how do you share financing options with someone before you even know the cost? And I was like, oh, goodness, we talk about that on Sunbeasts Live all the time. It's just really generating awareness that the option exists. It has nothing to do with the cost, actually, right? Like that's how you make it an amenity. That's how you treat it like a convenience, because it's not a reaction to cost. You're trying to be proactive, right? Get ahead of it. So as a reminder, for those of you with tablets, you can easily send pre-qualification and checkout links from the menu of the top right corner of your Sunbit Merchant app. And for those of you using a web browser, you can head over to your business dashboard and use the guided application to send links. And if you leave the dollar amount blank on that form, it'll treat it like a pre-qualification. So they can just see what they're approved for and play around with the numbers. And Queenita, I guess you were telling us in the other live cast, you can just see all that stuff.
Yeah. So if you share the link from your dashboard, then you'll be able to see all of your approvals there as well. So you can see patients who have money sitting there that they have access to but haven't used. So really cool tool. And then I did see in the chat that Lisa had a question about the pre-qual link. If you send it to yourself, like, Candy, look at you. Candy, 30 points for Candy. If you send it to yourself, then copy the link. You can use that like in email templates or text message reminders. That's your pre-qualification link. Just make sure you choose your name, send it to yourself. That's your link, but don't click it, because if you click it, you're doing the pre-qualification. You copy the link.
Good
Okay.
reminder. So that pre-qualification link is a powerful tool you can share before appointments, when they're checking in, or even when someone's declined. You can share a pre-qualification link for them to save for a rainy day, or if they just want to poke around and recheck their approval in the future. So Robin Davis famously shared an email template with us that we really like to share. Need a little extra time to pay? We've partnered with Sunbit to help you pay. So there's opportunities, whether it's text, email, or using that link like Queenita was saying. Send that link to yourself, because it's going to be customized for your name, and that is how you get points. So if you head over to your dashboard, you can go turn it into a QR code and make it easy for folks to access that code to download and use it for themselves. Nice.
Yes.
All right. So there's also some opportunities with marketing materials for us to leverage. In fact, I would be very curious right now. We talk about marketing. Does anybody remember what my favorite piece of marketing is?
What's Adrian's favorite marketing material, friends? I know. Pick me. Amazing points if you pick me.
Hold on. Oh, no. What did I do?
Oh, look at that tiny chat.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, no.
Annabelle, we'll get back to you at the question. I want to see. Kiana's like, is it the brochures? Candy magnets? No, there's a very particular piece of marketing I really like. QR code's getting closer.
No.
No.
I felt like
No one's
obsession
quite
when I was
got it
like,
yet.
no, don't do that, guys. Just kidding.
That was pretty good. Queenita, that was pretty good.
I didn't mean to, but I like heard it as I was saying it. Oh, breakdown of payment
Yeah.
examples, Courtney Scott.
Wait, really? Courtney Scott. There we go.
Hey, yes, it's the payment examples, the monthly payment example chart.
Yes. I am a big
Hey.
fan. Here's the version of it in Spanish for fun because I love any of the marketing that shows some sort of examples. Can you show me an example, please? Yes, we have countertop mats with this stuff. Here's the version of it in English, a different version. You can find this in your dashboard. Head over to that marketing tab and you can grab that stuff. And love seeing examples. And this is a great way to bring up monthly payment options early, even if we don't know cost or anything like that. And that's why some people like to put this on display in the lounge, or maybe have versions printed out for when recommendations and treatment recommendations are reviewed. We have something to look at. Great segue to sending a link or using the tablet.
These are all things that can help when it comes to offer, help make it easier to present Sunbit as an option. So make sure your offices are set up with marketing materials. If you don't have any or you need some or maybe need updated ones, you can always reach out to success@sunbit.com and request more, as well as go to your dashboard.
Yeah, that marketing tab has all the digital versions of everything we show you, plus a whole lot more. A lot of great stuff, even that you can use on your website. But depending on what version of Sunbit you have, our success team can definitely help make sure we ship the correct version. So Sandra, I know you asked about orthodontics, and we do have ortho marketing materials, which I believe you can also find in your dashboard as well. Nice. Sabrina asking...
I mean, you've got marketing. Oh, let's answer the chat questions first.
Ooh, sorry. I think Sabrina was actually answering it for someone. We do have marketing pamphlets in English and Spanish. But Queenita, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else in chat. Help us with all our marketing. Nice, Tabitha. I myself use Sunbit. Kelsey said she uses Sunbit. And when I mentioned that I use it to the patients, they feel more comfortable about applying and using it. Yes.
Yes. Some people just like to know that it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why a lot of times when I'm trying to introduce options early, I kind of take the route of, sharing some news rather than me telling them something they should look at. Like, for example, I'm like, gosh, a lot of our patients like this new monthly payment thing. So if you ever want to take a look at that Sunbit, let me know. And then they're like, huh? What do you mean?
The payment thing?
Oh, here, let me show you.
What is that?
So just piquing curiosity. It's like, oh, by the way, not that I'm not saying you need this, but some news. It's an interesting thing, an observation I'm sharing. Sometimes that tone, because I'm not a salesy person.
Yeah.
I like educating. I like teaching, but not like selling. So,
and even with that, like you throwing out that example, like you can have all the marketing in the world, but you got to talk about it, right? You've got to present it. You have to offer it. So, let's talk about some talk tracks on how to present Sunbit.
So first, don't wait for an objection, right? It's too late. We gotta bring it up before this happens. I know there are some coaching methodologies focused on cash is king. You don't want to pay the fee, so only wait until you absolutely have to. But that puts people in a very precarious position and in a more emotionally unstable position. Because as much as we don't like to admit it, talking about money is an emotional topic. Like
hate it.
Right? Like, Queenita, do you like to talk about money with people?
No, I don't at all. No one.
So then it's like, how can I expect you to ask for financing if you don't like to talk about money? So the idea of waiting for the patient to say something is a bit antiquated because at the end of the day, nobody really wants to talk about it. So you got to open the door for them, make them feel that this is a safe space because they're not feeling it until you help them, right? So I think we got people already helping out in chat with the HSA card
I was like,
stuff.
did we get that? Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Now I will just to address it because this is important, right? And Jessica has the right idea. Now, Now, we are not a medical organization, so we are not allowed to accept HSA cards, right? So, however, Jessica bringing up a good point. They can reimburse themselves, right? Or you could also split tender. I know some people ask, how can you use the HSA towards a down payment? You can't, but if they're looking to lower the loan amount with Sunbit, you can just split tender in your practice management system, put whatever they want on the HSA, and then the remainder could go on Sunbit or vice versa. But yeah, we only accept bank issued checking account backed debit cards.
Yeah.
Very good. But the self-reimbursement, that's a good one, right? Very good. So present options early. That's what we're getting at. Give people a chance to plan and budget in advance. Alleviate stress up front to prevent those awkward conversations later. So let's go through some talk tracks. So this is a good one, Queenita and I like. You don't have to pay for everything today. Here, let me show you. And leave it alone. In fact, that first sentence, you don't have to pay for everything today. Stop right there. You don't have to explain anymore. Right? Like if they're interested, they'll ask.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Otherwise, they'll pay however they were planning to pay anyways. And it's not salesy. It's not pushy. It's just letting them know, like, hey, by the way, you don't have to pay for everything today.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they're interested, Monica saying in the chat, some people really need the visual. That's why you just get them in the driver's seat with the tablet. Let them see for themselves, right? And that's why we try to make it simple. Good point. Super quick. Now, what about this one, Queenita?
Keep it simple. So would you like to pay in full or see our monthly payment options? This is a good one because you're not asking a question that gives you like a yes or a no. They have options. They can choose to either pay in full or see the monthly payment options. A lot of times people don't offer because of a fear of rejection. There is no rejection when you present an A or B option. They'll let you know what works best for them.
Yeah. Using everyday language, right? It's almost in the name. It rhymes. Debit, credit, Sunbit. Sunbit? What's that?
What's a Sunbit?
Right? You want to pay in full or split it into monthly payments? It's another way to do it. God, that was an A or B one, like you were talking about. Going back to that.
Hey.
And let's go into the chat to see if we can help get a bit more specific with Jessica asking, what would you suggest we say when they're going to have to pay at surgery and not today? So my recommendation would be, pre-qualification, always the way to go. And then, of course, how far out is the surgery, right? Because can anyone tell us in chat how long is your approval locked in for? If a patient sees their approval, how many days is that approval good for?
Hey, that was fast.
Very good. That was incredibly fast. Okay, who got that first?
Fast.
Patricia Martin, bonus points.
28 days.
Okay.
So if the surgery is within that time frame, pre-qual.
Yes. Now, if it's past that, this is the importance of ongoing communication, resharing the pre-qualification link or them using the same one. Because the pre-qualification link, they can save it. Like that link, they can bookmark it and just check their fresh approval whenever they want. It doesn't hurt to check, right? So, Jessica, I guess a couple recommendations there. One, leveraging the pre-qualification link, depending on the timing with the approval range, making sure you over-communicate rather than under-communicate. And because you can track all that in your dashboard, that's also going to be helpful and beneficial to you to stay on top of it. And then leveraging a checkout link. Now, if you're using the dashboard, you can actually, convert your pre-qual link to a checkout when you're ready. You can add an amount. But I think the communication piece is a big
And with
key
that,
there.
they're aware, right? So when it comes time for surgery, they might ask you, like, hey, that Sunbit you sent me, like, are we still good for that? Or how does that work? If you are presenting it and making them aware of it, then they'll know it's available too when that time comes.
Sabrina asking, one thing I noticed is a lot of elderly don't do the financing because they don't have email. Is there any way around that I'm aware of? Kayana Jackman responding with, Sabrina, you can make them an email right on the tablet. Really great suggestion there. Thank you, Kayana.
Yeah.
Always coming in clutch with a good answer. Email is important because we don't do paper mail. It's one of the ways we eliminate financial waste is by leveraging, e-communication. So, statements, reminders, thank yous, all of that is sent via email. Now, if you do have elderly patients that have a smartphone, they definitely have some sort of email tied to that, and more than likely they have a family member who's assisting them. So if maybe they can, help bring in that family member to communicate, or maybe put in that family member's email, that might be the move there.
You can also call our customer care team because they help with this all the time. They can guide you and your patient to like their phone settings to see like what the email is that they tied to their smartphone. It's part of like troubleshooting steps. So that's an option too if you guys need help with that.
I didn't know that, legitimately.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I didn't know. Thank you, Nita. Yay.
of course.
All right. What else did I
Did we
miss?
miss
Did we miss
anything
anything else? Oh, Reagan, I
I've
thought you were
never been
patient with me.
accused of under communicating. I believe you, Candy friend. Emails,
Yeah.
yeah.
Flor Rodriguez. Flor, good to see you. Always love seeing your advice. Whether you're returning, when they're returning for treatment, we say you'll have a small payment the day of service, and then your next payment is 30 days later. That's very good. Flor, I like that one a lot too. And then Kayana, how are we looking on time? We're doing okay.
Yeah. Good suggestion from Kayana too, to like just give them more insight and clarity on what the email's for, because sometimes they're just kind of like afraid or have bad prior experiences. Good stuff, you guys. Thanks, Erica. Erica said bonus points for me. Woo! All right, Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey's question. Can we complete an application over the phone or a purchase over the phone? I turned down a purchase because I was hesitant on the legal side of things. Good
Well,
question.
this is where, you send a link, and they would complete it from their own device. But it's very important to know that you should not be completing an application for the patient. So
Check
if the
out
idea,
link, like they're saying.
yes, if the idea was that you have them on the phone and then you got a tablet and you're like doing everything on the tablet, remember you are not supposed to tap orange buttons. That's a big no-no. Orange buttons
Blue
are
for
how the
you,
applicant.
yellow for your fellow, or orange for your Florange.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. But Danetta bringing up a good point. You can have them on the phone, send them the link, and walk them through it. That's why the guided app is
Yes.
so nice. So then you can see what steps they're on. You see the numbers they see, and then you're guiding them through it and clicking the links and stuff.
Good stuff.
Tibrea, really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess, Queenita, how would you put a bow on all this for us?
Yeah. Offer it to everyone, you guys. Remember the minimum $60. And when you're presenting it, there's different points in the journey, right? So before they come in, leverage that pre-qualification link, send in the text reminders, the email reminders, so they're aware. It's not a shock when they come in and they see the marketing and they see Sunbit is a payment option. Makes it a lot easier for you to bring it up. And then how you say it. You don't have to be this super aggressive salesperson. All you have to do is throw it in as an option. Let them know that they have the option to pay over time. Cash, credit, Sunbit. Here, let me show you. You don't have to pay for everything today. There's these smooth talk tracks that make it more of an option versus a push. So hopefully these tips and tricks make it a little easier for you to offer. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but next week is overcoming objections. So we'll dive deeper into those talk tracks with you.
Nice.
Real nice.
Wrapping up the episode, there's also a special activity in the Sunbeast app. So if you're still with us and maybe missed what I slipped up on earlier, let's see what we got next.
Run it.
Look at all that
Candy, you are
flamboyance. Candy.
Do not type flamboyance in there, you guys. You will not pass.
Once the show wraps up, head over to the Sunbeast app and input the phrase, "The flamingo flies at midnight." I dropped it earlier in the show. We're giving you a chance here to make sure you don't miss out. And this is a kind of a new thing that Sheer Nakash
fun
on the
stuff.
Sunbeast app team is doing. Really appreciate that.
More opportunities for points. And Adrian, might I just add how smooth you dropped it earlier? He said, and
Did anyone notice?
instead of you don't have to pay for everything today, he was like, and remember, the flamingo flies at midnight. And ease the stress of offering. It was really good. But yes.
You don't have to include the quotation marks, Sabrina. I don't believe so. But
so have fun with it.
So coming up next on the show, it's back to school season. We're going back to basics. Next week, we're overcoming objections. And then on the 19th, we're going to focus on the easy application experience and how simple it is. And just go through it. It'll be good to do a refresh on some of the basic application steps. And then on the 26th, we're going to talk about how Sunbit provides support for you and the people you serve. I'm going to go ahead and put the link tree in the chat in case you want to share the Zoom events link with any team members so they can get rewards points for attending live. You can also catch episodes through our YouTube simulcast and same day publish to Spotify. But also be sure to check out Queenita's Sun Clips. They are short YouTube's Instagram, TikTok style reels that you can now actually find on your Sunbeasts app for quiz questions and automatic rewards points. But follow us on YouTube, check out the shorts, and you can always listen to the show on Spotify when you're heading to work and all that fun stuff. But Queenita, did I leave anything out?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. Overcoming objections next week, my friends. Also, if you have kiddos starting school next week like I, or if they just started, happy back to school time to all you parents out there. All right.
Amber, I got you. Hey, what's the phrase? Flamingo flies at midnight. Take a picture of this real quick and then look for the post on your Sunbeasts app so you can go ahead and get that typed in. But from all of us at Sunbit, thank you so much for being part of the Sunbeasts user community, for continuing your education with us here on Wednesdays, and hopefully we will catch you at the next one. We're going to dance this one out, everybody, but take care.